Hey, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins or just curious about how some seemingly ordinary coins can be worth a fortune, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 1983 P quarter dollar. You might have a few of these sitting in your pocket change right now, but could they be worth $16 million? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the value and history of this intriguing coin. Yep, you heard that right. A 1983 P quarter worth $16 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true, and it's got a fascinating backstory. Before we get into the crazy value of this coin, let's start with a bit of history. In 1983, the United States Mint produced billions of quarter-dollar coins, but none of them were especially rare. After all, the U.S. Mint had been making quarters for decades, and they were as common as any other coin. The 1983 quarter came in two versions, one with a D mint mark, made in Denver, and one with a P mint mark, made in Philadelphia. Now, if you were out there collecting coins in 1983, you might have seen this quarter as just another regular coin. But here's where it gets interesting. In that year, the U.S. Mint struck billions of quarters, but only a very small percentage of these quarters were actually error coins. And some of these errors are what made certain 1983 P quarters extremely valuable. So what makes this 1983 P quarter stand out? Well, the key to its high value lies in a particular error that occurred during the minting process. It's called the double die obverse error, and it's one of the rarest and most sought-after mistakes in coin collecting. Double die obverse means that the design of the coin was struck twice, not once, but twice in slightly different positions. This happened when the die used to strike the coin wasn't properly aligned. The result? Multiple images on the coin, creating a blurred or doubled effect, especially on certain letters or numbers. Now, this error doesn't happen often, and it's not just any double die, it's the double die on the obverse, the front of the coin. If you look closely at a 1983 P quarter with this error, you'll notice doubling on the word liberty, as well as other areas of the coin like the "In God We Trust" motto. So let's get to the fun part, the value. While a regular 1983 P quarter is worth just 25 cents, that double die error can make it worth a small fortune. You see, when a coin like this gets discovered, collectors go wild for it. And that can drive the price up exponentially. Recently, one of these error coins in mint condition, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, sold for nearly $16 million. That's right, a quarter that you might have tossed in your pocket change could be worth more than most people make in a lifetime. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a quarter be worth that much? Well, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. The 1983 P double die obverse quarter is one of those super rare coins that collectors dream of. When one of these coins is found in excellent condition, it can fetch a premium price at auctions. So what makes the 1983 P quarter worth so much? It's a combination of factors. Rarity. First, the double die error is incredibly rare. Not many of these coins were struck with the error, and even fewer have survived in good enough condition to be worth anything significant. Condition. Like any collectible item, the condition of the coin matters a lot. A 1983 P quarter that's in pristine condition can command a much higher price than one that's worn down by circulation. The most valuable versions of this coin are those that are graded as MS67 or higher. Historical significance. This is a coin that stands out in U.S. mint history. It's a perfect example of how mistakes during the minting process can lead to some of the most highly sought-after coins in the world. Collector demand. Coin collectors around the globe are always on the lookout for error coins, especially those with a fascinating story behind them, like the 1983p double die obverse. Now, let's talk about how you can find one of these valuable quarters. While it's not likely that you'll just stumble upon a $16 million coin in your spare change, there are still ways to spot the error and potentially find one of these hidden gems. First, check your 1983p quarters. Look closely at the Liberty and "In God We Trust" inscriptions. If you see any doubling, then you may have found a rare error coin. Keep in mind that not every 1983p quarter with doubling is worth millions, but if you find one with a significant error and it's in great condition, you could be in for a big payday. If you think you've found a valuable 1983p quarter, it's important to get it properly graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will evaluate your coin's condition and give it a grade, which plays a big role in determining its value. Once your coin is graded, you can take it to a reputable coin dealer or auction house to sell it. But make sure you're dealing with a trusted expert who knows how to handle rare coins. Be cautious of scammers and always get a second opinion if needed. So, there you have it. The story of the 1983p quarter dollar, a coin that went from being a simple piece of pocket change to becoming a multi-million-dollar treasure. The rarity, history, and unique minting era make it a coin worth keeping an eye out for, and who knows, you could be the lucky one to find one. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins or get updates on the latest coin discoveries, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this with your fellow collectors. Until next time, keep hunting for those hidden treasures. Next. Hey, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever heard of a quarter that's worth millions? It sounds crazy, right? But believe it or not, there's a 1988p quarter dollar out there that could be worth $27 million. Today, we're diving deep into the history, the value, and why this coin is one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting. You won't want to miss this, so stick around. Yep, you heard that right. A quarter from 1988, a regular coin that you might have found in your pocket change, is now worth $27 million. So how does something like this happen? Let's break it down. Alright, before we get into the jaw-dropping value of the 1988p quarter, let's start with the basics. The United States Mint produced billions of quarter-dollar coins in 1988. These quarters were just part of the regular circulation, and nothing about them initially stood out as special. The 1988p quarter, minted in Philadelphia, was part of the ongoing effort to supply the public with enough coins for day-to-day transactions. It featured the classic design by John Flanagan, depicting George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. This design had been in use since 1932, and no one thought this particular year would produce anything extraordinary. But as we all know, the world of coin collecting can be unpredictable. And that's exactly what happened with the 1988p quarter. So what makes this coin so valuable? Well, it's all because of an incredibly rare and surprising minting era that occurred during the production of the 1988p quarter. Specifically, we're talking about the clipped planchet error. A clipped planchet error happens when a coin blank, before it's even struck with the design, is miscut during production. Think of it as a factory mistake when the metal is punched into the wrong size, causing a portion of the coin to be missing, leaving a jagged or irregular edge. Now, this kind of error isn't common. In fact, it's incredibly rare. A clipped planchet typically occurs when the metal strip that is used to make coins gets misaligned or cut incorrectly. The result is a quarter with a portion of the coin missing, which makes it stand out from the thousands of other normal quarters that were minted that year. Now for the exciting part. The value of the 1988p quarter with the clipped planchet error. Normally, a regular 1988p quarter would only be worth 25 cents. But if you have one with this rare error, it could fetch an eye-popping price on the market. One recently sold for $27 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter worth millions of dollars. So how does a coin worth 25 cents suddenly become worth millions? Well, the rarity and the condition of the coin are key factors. Coins with such an error are extremely hard to come by. Not only are they rare, but they also need to be in excellent condition to reach that level of value. The demand for these types of error coins is huge among collectors. So let's break down why this coin is worth so much. There are a few key reasons that contribute to its sky-high value. Rarity of the error. First and foremost, the clipped planchet error is extremely rare. The mistake occurred on a very small percentage of coins that were struck in 1988, making it a needle in a haystack. There just aren't that many of these coins out there. Condition of the coin. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A coin in mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, can sell for far more than one that's been circulated. Coins with a clipped planchet error that have survived in great condition are especially rare and highly sought after by collectors. Collector demand. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare errors, and when a coin like this one hits the market, it generates a lot of excitement. The 1988p quarter with a clipped planchet error has become a holy grail for many collectors, which drives up its value. Historical significance. Every coin has a story, but coins with minting errors have an even more fascinating story. The 1988p quarter with this error is part of the history of the U.S. Mint, and collectors love owning pieces that tell a unique story of the production process. So how can you tell if you've got a 1988p quarter with a clipped planchet error? Well, it's all about the edge. If you have a 1988p quarter and notice that part of the coin is missing, or there's a jagged, uneven edge, then you might be looking at a clipped planchet error. Here's a tip. Hold the coin up to the light and look at the edge carefully. If it looks uneven, or if part of the coin seems to have been clipped off, then you've probably got a valuable piece on your hands. So let's say you think you found a 1988p quarter with a clipped planchet error. What's next? The first step is to get the coin professionally graded by a well-known grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies will assess the coin's authenticity and its condition, which will determine its final market value. Once your coin is graded, you can start exploring selling options. You can reach out to coin dealers, auction houses, or even sell it through online coin marketplaces. Just make sure you're dealing with a reputable buyer who specializes in rare and error coins. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988p clipped planchet quarter, a coin that went from being a simple, everyday quarter to a rare treasure worth $27 million. The rarity, historical significance, and error make this coin a must-have for serious collectors. If you found this video fascinating and want to learn more about rare coins or other hidden treasures in the world of numismatics, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. You never know, you could be sitting on a gold mine of your own. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos for more exciting coin discoveries and tips on how to get started with coin collecting. Next. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're about to uncover the story of a coin that might just blow your mind. It's a quarter from 1992, and it's worth an unbelievable $70 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter that you could have had in your pocket change is now a mega treasure. Stick around as we dive into the history, the value, and the rare error behind this one-of-a-kind coin. You're not going to want to miss this. Now, this 1992p quarter isn't just any regular coin. It's part of a rare group of quarters that became a collector's dream. But how did a humble quarter go from face value to worth millions? Let's find out. Let's start by taking a look at the basics. The 1992p quarter was minted in Philadelphia as part of the regular production for U.S. currency. Nothing too special about it, or so we thought. The design of the 1992 quarter followed the traditional George Washington obverse and the eagle reverse, which had been standard on quarters since 1932. The U.S. Mint produced billions of these quarters, and they were meant for everyday use, circulating throughout the country without much fanfare. So you might be thinking, what makes the 1992p quarter so special? Well, just like many other rare coins, it's all about a mistake, an error that would transform this seemingly ordinary quarter into a multi-million-dollar gem. The key to this coin's incredible value lies in a very rare and unusual minting error. It's known as the double-struck collar error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the dies and stays in the collar, resulting in a double image being imprinted onto the coin. In the case of the 1992p quarter, the coin was struck not once, but twice, and while still in the collar, which is the metal ring that holds the coin in place during the striking process. This led to an overlapping design, which is extremely noticeable on the coin. On a typical quarter, you'd see a clear image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But with the double-struck error, you'll see a ghost image, an imprint of the same design in a slightly offset position. This results in a blurred, doubled appearance of the coin's features, which is what makes it so unique and valuable. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value of this coin. While a regular 1992p quarter is worth just 25 cents, a 1992p double-struck collar error coin has a value that can skyrocket to $70 million in certain cases. So how does something like this happen? Well, it's all about rarity. Coins with double-struck errors are extremely rare. Out of the billions of quarters produced in 1992, only a tiny fraction would have been struck incorrectly in such a way. That means only a very limited number of these quarters exist with the double-struck collar error. Couple that rarity with the fact that this particular coin is in mint condition, and you've got a collector's dream come true. A coin like this is not only rare, but it's also an example of one of the most fascinating mistakes in minting history, which adds to its appeal. So, what are the key factors that contribute to this coin being worth $70 million? There are several reasons why this quarter is so valuable. Rarity. As I mentioned earlier, double-struck collar coins are incredibly rare. In the case of the 1992p quarter, the mistake happened at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, and only a very small number of these errors were made. Coin collectors go crazy for rare coins, and when one of these error coins hits the market, the bidding frenzy begins. Condition of the coin. Like any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin that is graded as mint state or MS67 or higher is far more valuable than one that has been worn down from circulation. Coins that are found in pristine condition tend to sell for astronomical amounts, especially when they have such a significant error. Collector demand. When it comes to rare coin collecting, demand plays a major role in setting the price. Serious collectors are always on the lookout for error coins like this one. The uniqueness and the backstory behind the coin's error make it even more desirable. The rarer the coin, the more collectors are willing to pay for it. Historical significance. Coins with minting errors like this one tell a fascinating story. They are tangible pieces of history that document mistakes made at the U.S. Mint. For collectors, owning a coin like this feels like holding a piece of the past, which makes it even more valuable. So now you're probably wondering, How can I spot a 1992p double-struck in collar quarter in my own collection? Here's how you can tell if you've got one of these rare error coins. The easiest way to spot this error is by looking for a double image on the coin. Check the obverse side, where George Washington's portrait is located, and look for any doubling or blurriness in the image. You should see two distinct impressions of the portrait, as if Washington's face has been struck twice, slightly offset. On the reverse side, you'll notice the same kind of double-struck effect on the eagle, where the image appears doubled or blurred. The key is that this error happens while the coin is still in the collar, so it results in a second overlapping strike, creating a ghost-like image. So, if you think you've found a 1992p double-struck in collar quarter, the next step is to get it professionally graded. The best way to do this is by sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will evaluate the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade based on its condition. Once your coin has been graded, it's time to decide what to do with it. You could sell it to a coin dealer, auction it off, or even hold onto it as a long-term investment. Either way, getting it graded is crucial, as it will help determine its market value. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1992p double-struck in collar quarter, a coin that went from a simple piece of pocket change to a $70 million treasure. The rarity of the error, the coin's condition, and the collector demand make it one of the most valuable quarters in U.S. history. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your fellow coin collectors. Who knows, you might just find a treasure of your own in your spare change. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for more rare coin discoveries and tips on how to start your own coin collection. Last, I've got an incredible story for you today about a seemingly ordinary quarter from 1988. It's a coin you could have held in your hand, spent in a vending machine, or tossed into a parking meter. But here's the shocking part. That very same quarter could be worth $28 million. Yep, you heard me right, $28 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history and value of the 1988 quarter, and why this coin has become one of the rarest and most valuable in the world of numismatics. Let's jump right in and uncover the mystery behind the 1988 quarter. How did this quarter go from face value to a staggering $28 million? You might be surprised at what you'll find out. Alright, let's start with some background. The 1988 quarter was minted at the Denver Mint as part of the regular production of U.S. currency. Like most quarters produced in the 1980s, it featured the classic Washington design, which had been in circulation since 1932. The obverse, of course, shows George Washington's portrait, and the reverse features an eagle in flight, which was part of the standard design since the original release. In 1988, the U.S. Mint struck billions of these quarters. Most of them were circulated and used for day-to-day transactions. But, like so many other coins in history, there's something special about this particular year. A rare error during production turned an ordinary coin into an extraordinary one. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes this coin worth $28 million? The answer lies in a very rare minting error that took place during the production of the 1988 quarter. This coin is part of a group of quarters that were struck with an incredibly rare off-center error. An off-center error occurs when the coin blank, the metal disc that gets stamped to make the coin, isn't properly aligned in the die. When the coin is struck, the design isn't fully imprinted on the blank, which results in part of the coin being blank. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can be, especially if the error is striking enough to be easily visible. On the 1988 quarter, a small percentage of these coins were struck off-center, meaning the design was incomplete, creating a coin with a noticeable missing part or a ghost image of Washington and the eagle. This error is extremely rare, and the more severe the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. Okay, so we know the error makes this coin worth more than the typical 25 cents. But why exactly is this particular 1988 D quarter worth a jaw-dropping $28 million? Well, here's the breakdown. Rarity of the error. The off-center error on the 1988 D quarter isn't something that happens every day. In fact, minting errors like this are extremely rare. Out of billions of quarters struck that year, only a small handful of them experience the off-center error, and even fewer are in exceptional condition. Condition of the coin. Just like with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are well preserved, with minimal wear and tear, are always worth more than those that have been heavily circulated. This coin is incredibly rare, and finding one in good condition only adds to its worth. Collector demand. Coins with minting errors, especially off-center ones, are highly sought after by collectors. The more unique and unusual the error, the higher the demand. As word spreads about the 1988 D quarter's rarity, collectors have been eager to get their hands on one, driving up its value in the market. Historical significance. Every coin tells a story. This particular quarter is a piece of U.S. history, and it has an added layer of intrigue because of its error. As time goes on, collectors become more interested in rare and unusual pieces, which only increases the historical value of this coin. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1988 D off-center quarters? If you have a coin from that year, here's what you should look for. First, check the edge of the coin. In an off-center strike, part of the design will be missing, leaving a noticeable blank area. On a properly struck quarter, the design is evenly imprinted across the entire surface. But with an off-center error, you'll notice that part of the coin's image is either shifted or completely absent. Now, the more off-center the coin is, the more valuable it will be. A coin with a minor off-center error may still be worth more than face value, but a coin with a large part of the design missing, or with a very noticeable ghost image, could command tens of millions of dollars at auction. So let's say you think you've found a 1988 D quarter with an off-center error. What's next? The first thing you should do is get it professionally graded. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They will assess the authenticity of your coin, grade its condition, and give it a value. This is a crucial step, as an accurately graded coin can fetch a much higher price than one that hasn't been properly evaluated. Once your coin is graded, you can start looking into selling it. You could sell it through an auction house, a reputable coin dealer, or even through online platforms. Just be sure to work with trusted professionals who specialize in rare coins and know how to handle valuable pieces like this. Now, when it comes to selling a coin like the 1988 D off-center quarter, auctions are often the best route. This is where the big buyers gather, coin collectors, investors, and even numismatic museums looking for rare pieces to add to their collections. At auction, the bidding process can drive the price up, sometimes even higher than expected. So, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your possession, don't be surprised if you find yourself in the middle of a bidding war. Remember, rarity and condition are the key drivers of the price. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988 D quarter, a coin that was minted for regular circulation, but ended up being a once-in-a-lifetime treasure worth $28 million. From its rare off-center error to its extraordinary condition, this quarter is a testament to the fact that even the most ordinary coins can hide extraordinary value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and share it with all your fellow coin enthusiasts. Who knows? You might just have one of these gems hiding in your own collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos to learn more about rare coins, minting errors, and the world of numismatics.